Ayo, peace. I come in the righteous name of Emir X, being born to equality. And I want to do a very slight and quick build on how I see the day's different degrees, a few which I picked out in particular. I just wanted to make this manifestation, and hopefully that y'all been keeping your, and remember, always keep your self-confidence very high, always keep your self-esteem very high, your vibrations, frequencies, and your positive energy, and always make sure to take your spiritual food and get your spiritual food before your physical food, because that's the equality which is being brought forth of eating one meal a day, right? So you eat your spiritual food before your physical food, right? But let's just get right into it. So today's math is wisdom cipher, right? Which means 20 or 2 and 0. Wisdom being number 2. Wisdom is a wise word spoken by the wise man. Wisdom is a manifestation of foundation, which is a knowledge. And 0 being cipher or nods. Add on cipher. Nods is a know in order for an unknown. Must have this nod cipher. It's a complete circle system of 360 degrees of nods with some understanding, which is life, right? So that degree, how I see that degree is wisdom add on cipher, right? Shows us that because knowledge, or what's the foundation of the cipher? The foundation, the nods being the foundation of the cipher, right? And it shows us to manifest the knowledge that we get from the cipher, right? So anytime you go to a cipher, do nods to that, but manifest the knowledge. Don't just go and take it and go on and leave it, or leave it at surface level or the base level, because that's the foundation. If you look in a building, foundation was upholds everything else. So don't just keep the foundation down there. Manifest the foundation and bring yourself to an understanding of that, right? And apply it to your own life. And it's just, wisdom being added on to a cipher ain't just a whole bunch of guys in a circle talking, right? If you actually go to that type of cipher, because a cipher is any person, place, or thing that exists within the boundaries of the universe. But when you go into that particular cipher of a whole bunch of gods building in that shape, form, and fashion of wisdom, meaning wise words, these words are meant to go into actions, right? So are meant to actually transpire into different things. So manifest the knowledge that's being added on to the cipher, right? Another way, which shows you, manifest it within your own mind, and then bring forth the understanding, which is the best part, because you don't want to teach if you don't have an understanding. If you don't know what you're talking about, you don't understand what you're talking about, don't do, you gotta do the manifesting first, right? So now it also shows you, once you learn these things, take the things from the cipher and make sure to add it on, right? Whether add it on, make an addition in your own positive, in your own life, or you go out and teach other people or make a physical manifestation to show other people something, but that's still a form of teaching, right? But it shows to speak about with meaning, and speak about with practicality. Don't just speak about, oh, this was some deep shit I heard in the cipher. God, I mean, that's cool. That's the surface level. That's the foundation. That's the knowledge. But you gotta advance that shit, and don't just on a surface level take what they saying, right? Manifest it. Do your own research and compare it with the history that you know, and then judge if it's the truth or not, right? But do these things, and then once you, with whatever you know to be right and exact, go out and teach, right? If you find a good practical application, you find a good build on today's math, go out and add on with that. Go out and teach your brothers and sisters everything that you know to be right and exact. Now today's supreme alphabet being the 20th degree in the supreme alphabet is number 20. T, truth or square. Truth is the exact identification of black man. Squares be right and exact, right? So also, if you look at wisdom is a form of self-expression, and the true self-expression, or the actual self-expression of the black man, rather, is the truth, right? So we have to truly express ourselves. It meaning being true to self. Don't try to change yourself, switch, rearrange things. You always must come true to self. Right? You can't be truthful with yourself. How can you be true to anybody else? You're just gonna be presenting something fake. Even if it is some true words you're saying, if you're not following out them words, that may make you a hypocrite, right? You don't want to be no hypocrite, and trying to say this but you're doing that. Oh, don't eat pork, but you out here with some gelatin candies and some bacon on your cheeseburger. You can't be doing none of that shit. Now, you gotta be true to self, and I always be true with everybody, right? I always tell the truth, but square is be right and exact. So while it is, once we get something, we have to go out and teach it, right? we got to make sure that's right and exact, because you're responsible for what you do. Whoever you teach, right? If you teach them correctly, you're responsible for that. If you don't teach them at all, you're responsible for that. But also, if you teach them and lead them astray, that's your fault, right? So make sure that when you have something, that you have it correctly and you've done your own manifestation of the foundation, right? Before you do the wisdom, qualify yourself. Now, today's 1 through 40, the wisdom cipher degree in the 1 through 40, that's number 20. What's the prescribed law of Islam? A said person in that ability answer that the civilized person is responsible for the uncivilized and that they must be punished by Islam, right? It tells you everything what I just said, right? Because if we don't teach, right, we know something, we don't teach, then we gonna if we sit there idly by and watch someone do something, just I'll give you this example, right? Because everyone knows it's against our laws to eat pork. It would be the equivalent of me eating swine if I sat there and I watched someone eat swine and I didn't even tell them, right? It's different if you told them before and they rejected what you said. But if I just sit there and I'm always around you, I'm always watching you eat your pork sandwich and I don't say nothing, get the filthy animal out your mouth, I don't teach you, then it's as bad as me doing that. Just like if I watch a black woman get disrespected, right? If he's making if the devil white, if a white devil making eyes out of her, calling out her name, whatever, maybe even putting hands on her. If I sit there and idly by and watch that happen, right? That'd be as bad as if I did it. So it shows you, yeah, we must teach, but also if you are so eager and to teach and jump up and teach wrong, and we lead someone astray, we responsible for that too. So this not only just show you self accountability, it shows you it just tells you, regardless of what your intentions are, right? Your intentions mean just as much, and are just as important as what actually happens and how you go about to bring that out, right? Because I can end world hunger by killing everybody, no one's starving, right? But that's not that how I went about bringing it was the incorrect way. Just as if I mean, oh, I'm gonna do this, and I accidentally do that, you're gonna be, in number 20. Was a prescribed law of Islam? I said person in that ability. Answer that the civilized person is held responsible for the uncivilized, right? So we held responsible for them, right? We responsible for teaching them, and if also responsible if we don't teach them, and if we teach them incorrectly, we'll be responsible for that. So think just manifest the knowledge. Don't just have the knowledge and go on with it. Manifest it, meaning draw it up. Think things through, right? Proper planning prevents poor performance. But that's how I see today's degrees, right? So it just shows you to be decisive in your thinkings and to really give a good thought to what you do before you do it, right? And qualify yourself. Now that's how I see today's degrees. And peace.